Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Sprints. I just double checked that my mic is on. We are good to go. And welcome to those of you who are participating in TBRathon, my month-long readathon that's happening this January. We are halfway through. We are halfway through the month, or at least we are one day away from being halfway. So I thought that this might be a good kind of check-in. How are we doing? How is everybody? Or their start of 2025 doing well. I see so many people are already here. Hello, friends. Finishing Spellslinger. Sounds good, Rachel. I hope you guys are doing really well today, by the way. Cold here. Got my warm drink, warm blanket. Oh, me too. You know what? I've got my coffee in front of me. I also have a nice blanket that kind of matches. I didn't mean for that to happen. I have a lot of green things because it's my favorite color. Just starting Gilded, very nice. I'll be with you, Jill. I'll actually be starting A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. This is going to be a buddy read, actually. It's one of the books that I have to read for January. So I think once I read this, I'll be halfway through my TBR, my planned TBR for January, which is perfect because my goal in 2025 is to actually dedicate myself to the TBRs I plan per month and try my best to actually accomplish them. So I'm feeling very good about myself. This one I'm going to be buddy reading with Krista from Books and Jams, as well as Julie from Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. So I'm really, really excited. I've heard only good things. Every single person who I know who's read this series has absolutely adored it. And we were supposed to start tomorrow, but I'm reading a few other books right now that I can't talk about. I mean, I could tell you that I'm reading them, but I can't tell you how I'm feeling because they're for other projects. So I'm like, I should just read something that I can tell you guys that I'm loving or however I'm feeling. Meanwhile, Rainy, on your planning break and getting ready for the Get a Clue premiere. Yes, so I'm so glad that you commented this. It should be in the description, friends. If you open it up, it'll say Get a Clue announcement, and then you'll have the link right there, or you can simply go to Rainy Blue Reads. Everyone should already be, subscribed to her, but it's very exciting. So I will say that I will have to take a break, a little bit of an intermission while on sprint, so I can go off, watch the premiere, and then come back to reading. I also have to record today. That's one of my plans during one of these sprints, so it probably won't be the first one, unless maybe I should just get it out of the way. I watch Rainy's premiere, and then I end up, doing that. Interesting. That's good to know. I see also finishing a book already. Just finished The Keeper of Lost Things and gave it 4 stars. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Michaela. I'm glad that you're really enjoying it. Yes, indeed, friends. Also, just so everyone knows, because I'm assuming I'll be a bit of a slow talker today and just still wanting to be productive, I'm not clicking on everyone's hello comments, but I see you, and I'm really, really excited to see you here. So thanks, friends, for being here. Yes, it's going to be a fun time. For those who don't know, Get a Clue, it's going to be the second year that she's doing it. She ended up doing it in November 2023. The last time. So we did kind of take almost like a year sabbatical. It was supposed to be November, but craziness of life. And so it's actually happening this February. That's why it's switched, by the way. For those who participated and are like, wait a second, what's going on? There were other readathons happening in February last year. And let's see. Ooh, The House Across the Lake, What My Mother and I Don't Talk About, and Studying. Indeed, Annika. You know what? You got to break up the fun with, the productive, with the priorities. I totally get that. Lucy Uncensored. Ooh, I don't even know what that is. Honestly, it sounds like it could be nonfiction, but it also could be, it feels like a very YA title, or something, or just gives me Gossip Girl vibes. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the uncensored, like telling it all, like how it is. It also could be a romance. I don't really know. Chores. See, I should do some chores today, but I think I'm going to save it for this evening. Although I've been telling people that I really want to vacuum, and I keep forgetting that I want to vacuum until I'm online. And then I'm like, okay, I'll vacuum later. For some reason, I'm really obsessed with that right now. Have finished 3 books for TBRathon, working on your 4th. Yes, I'm so happy for you, Vanessa. And I also saw that you got here quite early. I appreciated seeing you. Malice House by Megan Shepherd. Ooh, a horror fantasy. Interesting. And Malice House, it's giving me haunted house thoughts. I'm always intrigued by a title that has house in the name, because that's what I think. But with that said, now we're getting to Lexi's comment. And House of Bone and Rain, I'm assuming, is fantasy or romantasy. So it's not always, giving me horror vibes, but I think that's really funny. Oh, I see Paula's here too, and Ro. Hey, friends. Let's see here. Got some admin to do for the first sprint. We'll be focusing on Keeper of Lost Things this afternoon. Very nice, very nice. I also have admins. Oh my gosh. You know what? We always have too many things to do, don't we? Let's see here. Ivy, hello. A million books going on right now. I know, but I'm not in a reading mood. So I'm playing God of War. You know what? That sounds good. I will say, so I finished a book last night, and I actually really enjoyed it. The Conjure Man Dies. I had to read that for She Done It. And then I think that means I dropped to 2 current reads. And then I added another one earlier today that's actually for the Not Reading for Content podcast. I can tell you what it is. I just can't tell you my thoughts. I'm also not very far in it, but The Day of the Triffids. We're reading this in February, but obviously Danny and I have to read it a month ahead. And we're recording this week, which is very exciting. But I started that this morning, and now I'm going to move on to Marie Brennan. So me too. I've got a million things I got to do. Halfway through your TBRathon TBR apps. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you are perfectly on track. I'm so impressed. I will say that I'm on track probably because I also DNF'd one of the books I was supposed to read. I DNF'd 2. Oh my, okay. Maybe I'm not doing as good. I feel like that is, anyway, it is what it is. But I DNF'd Empire of the Vampire, and I also DNF'd This Cursed House. For those of you who missed it, I ended up DNFing that book because some of the content, I was like, no, that's just weird for me. Hello, Skeleton Key. Ooh, blue cover. Neurodiversity and the Myth of Normal. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Cool. I mean, I love when you can find nonfiction that can work for prompts, because a lot of times, readathons and prompts are very fiction heavy, but that is a very normal one. 88% on Cat in a Topaz Tango by Carol Nelson Douglas. Ooh, that sounds really fun. I'm assuming it's like a kind of fun, cozy book. And then moving on to a D20 number 2, mood read. Very nice. A Whisper of Death by Darcy Burke. I was assuming, because isn't there The Whispering Dead by Darcy Coates? So it's really funny how those sound kind of similar. Alternating the second installment of Dungeon Crawler Carl. And oh my gosh, you've made so much progress through that book. I know that you were listening to that as you were doing puzzling and things. And then Jinbot of Shantiport. Man, oh man. I'm wondering if I can squeeze that onto my February TBR, but I'm not really sure. It's crazy that I'm already thinking about February, but I really am. Finished a book, but it wasn't one for my TBRathon. That's okay, Kelly. Finally starting with the game board today. You know what? You had to get that book out of the way. It's still good for your own goals. ML, hello. Oh, you're pretty panicky because classes start Thursday. I know. New semester, new year, new semester, new batch of students to get to know. Oh, and then you're also under the weather. I will tell you guys, I was under the weather. I woke up Christmas Day and I was sick for the entire week. And I'm still, I think I'm fine, but I can still feel my body is just doing its best. It's crazy. I don't get sick very often. I think that's why. So I'm like, don't understand. I hope you feel better, ML. Finishing Finding Dorothy today. Great historical fiction. Awesome, Lisa. And then you just picked, oh my gosh, I'm like knocking everything down. You just picked this up? Really? Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Or is it Day of the Triffids? Sorry, I know I've been sharing a few books lately, so, oh well, whoops. And then let's see here. Yes, so just so you know, starting our buddy read, because I'm like, hey friends, this is the time that I have to start it. Going to be starting the sprints with Catching Up on Journaling, Listening to Dark Places. Oh, Cora, is that by Gillian Flynn? Because I did read that. I have read that. Books I Can't Say. That's right, Rainey. And I will say they're all 3 for 3 different reasons, which is very funny and very odd. And you may know one of the reasons, or 2 of the reasons, actually. And then here's the link to. Okay, great. So if people want a copy, then they can just have it and be ready, because it starts in 20 minutes now. It's kind of crazy. Reading The Unbecoming of Margaret Wolf. Marriage of Convenience, Found Family. You're liking it so far. Awesome. And then first time joining live. Welcome. I hope that we, entertain you while also keeping you productive. This is very exciting, and I promise I will remain professional. Just finished the Night Circus with an earlier sprint of yours. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm glad that you are taking advantage of past sprints as well. The Night Circus, for those who love purple prose, who really enjoy like lovely language, I can always recommend that book. I hope you ended up enjoying it. Truth in Blue by Marai Amel. I've never heard of that. Stacy, introducing me to a new book. Dawn! Oh my gosh. Chaos Terminal. So I ended up reading the first book, Station Eternity, and it was really fun. I gave it 4 stars, and I've been meaning to actually continue on with the series. So you've just reminded me that it seems like it's just a fun like sci-fi mystery for those who are huge fans of like cozy but want to try sci-fi stuff. That's right. A new Readathon announcement. And I will say I got a little bit of a sneak peek, and Rainy's like editing abilities, I'm so impressed. I couldn't be me because I don't know how to do any of that stuff, but it's really, really impressive. And then Sir Rasha, I see you have a sick kiddo. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope they feel better soon. Today due to some doctor's appointments. You're off work though, so at least you're getting them done. They're necessary. Oh my gosh, suspected blood clots. Okay, then good. I'm glad that you're going, getting the work done, Emily. I hope that it ends up being straightforward and they're able to give you the information you need, but that is like that's really scary. Hello, Nicole. Planning on finishing Keep Me for my traveling book club. Oh my God, your traveling book club. Then working on my reread of Fourth Wing in prep. Speaking of, I will tell you guys, one of the other secret books I'm reading, I did start Fourth Wing for the first time. I wanted to do a full spoiler vlog and have it come out before Onyx Storm comes out. It's not going to happen, but it probably will be the following Thursday, which is really exciting. No worries. It's okay. Don't have to say hi if you're just here. I assume that when people are here, they are like, non-verbally saying hello. Like they don't have to say hi the entire time, but it's really nice to see you. And then let's see here. Habit was my friend because I basically still don't. Oh yeah. That's the thing. At least you know where you got it from, but it's still sad that you're like, this is the worst time to be sick. Brittany is reading Genesis of Misery. Interesting. Hello, Claire. Heavenly Bodies. Very nice. Reading Malice because you're doing your buddy read with Rainy and Brittany, I think. And then welcome to the Hyeonam Dong bookshop. I've been meaning to read that. There's been a lot of is it Japanese? A lot of Japanese translations have been coming out that have been very cozy, and someone described them as healing, like healing books. And I think that's a really good description. You know who said that? JD Ray reads. She's been in like a huge kick on those. Also, I see Fiona's here. Emily is reading Crown of Midnight. Amazing. Joining during the lunch break. Yeah, a lot of people do. When I start around this time, depending on what time zone you're in. And then Two Twisted Crowns. Great. You're crying. House of Bone and Rain is a horror noir? Lexi, you must understand where my thoughts came from, though. It's always the blank of blank and blank. Okay, because of that, I will start it. I will look into it because horror noir sounds great. Oh my gosh, I apologize. Currently reading The Inheritance Game. Sounds good. Like a YA mystery thriller. Sounds awesome. Yeah, we're doing a podcast. It's called Not Reading for Content, and it's just like a monthly book club. We post every Friday, and if you want to listen, we are on Apple Podcasts. We're also on Spotify, but we do have a YouTube channel if you want to watch our discussions. It's all linked below. Yeah, thanks for asking. It's very exciting. Reading The Woods in Winter by Stella Gibbons. Awesome, Shell. And then never apologize for being late. It's always really good to like see you guys come in, especially when it's like a random Tuesday. And we just got started, Mindy, so you're totally fine. Book 6 of 7. Oh my gosh, you're late, but you're so far ahead than the rest of us. So that's amazing. Reading Your Low Rated. Ordinary People by Diana Evans. Awesome. All right. I'm going to be trying to make sure I catch everyone who's saying hello because we are hitting 15 minutes and I want to make sure some people can get a little bit productive before we actually go over to the premiere, which is so exciting. Hello, Jenny. Ooh, Solar. Hello, Solar. I was chatting with you in the Discord not long ago. I don't know if you saw my response. Hello, Anook. The Vanishing Birds by. Okay, so Simon Jimenez. This one, is it Simone? No, it's Simon. Simon Jimenez. I've been meaning to check out this author, but it intimidates me. I don't know if it's this one specifically, but some of the content I've heard, like content warnings, I'm like, oh, am I tough enough? Can I get through this? I don't know. And then hope it all turns out okay. Yeah. Seriously, Emily, I hope it all works out and that you get the answers that you need and you can move forward with like more actions with your doctors for sure. Hello, Rope. You'll be in and out sporadically. No worries, my friend. Hello, Allison. Just in time. Also, you're reading Divine Rivals. Very nice. Hello, Jamie. Welcome to the chat. Reading Odd Spirits by S.T. Gibson. I've never even heard of that one actually, and I used to think that I knew most of S.T. Gibson's work. So, interesting. And yeah, and okay, we're just thinking of you. It's the third time since 2021. Okay. So you're like pretty sure what it is. You're familiar. But we're still going to think about you. So I hope the doctor's appointments go well. On that note, we are going to do 1 hour long sprints. We should do 3 like we always do every day. But don't forget in 13 minutes, math, in 13 minutes, we'll be going over to Rainy's channel to watch the premiere. And like I said, it's called Get a Clue. So if you know the game Cluedo, you might want to check it out. Okay, happy sprinting, everyone. I'll see you guys in an hour. Hello, welcome back from that first sprint. For those of you who were over at the Get a Clue announcement video, it was so fun. So much work, so much creativity. I'm really excited for this readathon. It's going to be great. And I feel like the changes, the revamping, is going to be great too. And actually, speaking of Ash, I saw your comment saying that you kind of got confused with Get a Clue last year. I think that it's been simplified a little bit more. And there's two different modes, which I don't think people realize. There's junior detective and senior detective, which can be great depending on the type of person you are. But yeah, how did you guys do? I saw that Jen arrived, and Jen is reading Foul Days, a book that I've had my eye on because I've heard good things. Nicole also joined us. Also, Ace. Hello, Ace. We're doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well. And then who else? Oh yeah, so like I said, Ash was here. And then yeah, you're curious, maybe go watch the announcement video, consider what you're thinking about, and then no pressure though. If you really don't feel comfortable, or you're like, I can't, 2 readathons in a row, can't do it, then that's okay. That happens. We all need breaks. But also Shani's here. Hi, Shani. I got a notification saying you did a little bit of a shout out, letting people know that I'm sprinting, which I really appreciate that. The Well of Ascension. Ooh, very nice. Also, Katie's here. Hi, Katie. Haven't seen you in a while. We're going to eventually have to figure out something to do on screen together because it has been way too long. I hope your 2025 is going well too. Meanwhile, Solar has been playing a fun game called How Many February Readathons is Too Many February Readathons. So for some of us, we're taking a break. For others, we're deciding to up the challenge, which I'm totally here for. I think I've decided that maybe I'm going to do one readathon. Like if I'm going to do a readathon, I'm going to do one a month, and then that's it. Because it's true, it's a lot. It's a lot to try to do, but more power to those who can do it. Hello, Christina. How are you? Oh, Ace, rereading a favor for your birthday last week. That's right. And then ended with you switching your January reading plans to reread a bunch of favorites. Ooh, so it like inspired you. I totally am for that. So you're rereading the Guernsey Society, Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. What a title, by the way. Oh my gosh. Ay. Our leader of Clue is going off. No worries. Congratulations on the premiere, Rainy. It was so good. Honestly, I'm so impressed. I'm so excited for this. And speaking of, yes, abs, yes, Team Green. I mean, come on. We've got the puzzle piece. If the puzzle piece is green, I mean, we're the ones who are picking up clues left, right, and center. We're going to be putting this puzzle together. Ooh, did I rhyme? I mean, maybe join Team Green. I didn't even realize I was wearing my team colors and I didn't even mean it. So yeah, consider it, but there are a bunch of other teams that you may want to join. So if you want to choose your favorite character, I also get that. 96% in cruising to your historical mystery. Oh, very nice. A Whisper of Death. I need to like make sure that I'm picking up historical mysteries this year because I always find them really comforting. And I feel like I was lacking last year. I upped it. Like in the last few months, I got back to my roots. Speaking of historical, this is more kind of historical fantasy vibes. I only ended up getting one chapter into A Natural History of Dragons because of the craziness that is the announcement video. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking this book, friends. And I knew I would. It's definitely like light academia and if you enjoy Emily Wilde, I think you'll enjoy this because the main character has that same, I don't know, type of attitude, or even A Curious Beginning. I haven't finished that book, but it's reminding me of that main character too. So it's giving me those vibes, and I'm here for it. I'm really liking it. So there we are with that. So excited. Clue is my favorite game. Honestly, same. I've never seen the movie, and I think that's probably crazy of me to say because I'm such a big mystery person, but I love the game Clue. I own the Scooby-Doo version. So I do own that. working on work stuff and watched a bit of Rainey's premiere. We'll need to watch it fully when you get home. No worries, that's totally understandable. Good luck with work, Julie. And you heard it. I am loving this. I hope that you also enjoy it when you start it because it's so good. 5 pages into Legends and Lattes. Very nice. Didn't read a lot. No worries, Anook. Watch the announcement. Yep, 31% in now. Very good. Didn't read. Watched Rady. I know Rady's announcement pretty much ended up derailing our first sprint, but you know what? We needed it because we were able to kind of relax, shake things up a little bit, and then now we can get back into focused mode. Then look through all my books to see what I have for green books. I don't actually, that's terrible as the host. I don't really know if the color of the cover matters, but also Mr. Green. Yes, Stacy. Yes. 73% of Chaos Terminal. Oh gosh, I really do want to read that. That looks so good. The first book was just so fun. The Inheritance Games, 15 pages of it. Very nice. Yes, there is Mindy. This one is competitive, and it's inspired by Clue. But like I said, there's 2 different modes. So if you're like, competition's not really my thing, you can totally do Junior Detective, which is a bit more like you've got to fulfill prompts, but it's not in the same sense where it's time sensitive and you're moving room to room. It's a bit more chill. And the announcement video is linked below. 49 pages, that sprint. Ella, oh my gosh. And you just joined too. Good for you. Covered 30 pages of your textbook. Oh my gosh, Annika, good for you. But oh gosh, a textbook does not sound fun. Watched the premiere, picked up some knitting, and listened to Dungeon Crawler Caro. Very nice. Decided to just keep reading in that sprint. Wait until later to watch Get a Clue. Totally fine. That makes sense too. Made good progress reading Save the Cat. Only got halfway through Rainey's announcement, but I'm looking forward to the readathon. Yeah. And that's the nice thing is you can always watch it later. February is, in 2 weeks. So we've got time. Made it 47% into With Love from London. Also, Heather, you had just joined. So hello, Heather. Welcome. 40% in Dark Places and not sure if I'm liking it, but I catch up on all my journal spreads for 2024 and now I have 2025 spreads. Awesome. Great. Yeah, I would argue that Dark Places was my least favorite of her novels. Again, I'm assuming it's Gillian Flynn that you're talking about. I haven't read her in a really long time though. I did read the short, the little novella, The Grown Up, and I was not impressed. That one, it was fine. I didn't hate it, but I was kind of like, okay, not for me. And yeah, of course, Rady, we're so excited. Did some dishes. Fam got home, so hanging out with them. Sounds good. Not sure about any readathons in February. Was thinking about doing a 1 week, 1 shelf challenge. Oh yeah, for sure. And you know what, Heather? If you're looking for even just a weekend or a 24-hour readathon, I know that Kirsten, the reading nymph, who's also actually a host for Get a Clue, she hosts a bi-monthly 24-hour readathon, which is called Relax and Readathon. So if you just want to do a little bit of something, that might be something to do because it's a very chill readathon. Check it out. Definitely sounds good. Currently wearing plum, Vanessa. I love it. We didn't mean to. Team Green, yes, Jill. I accept everyone else doing other teams, so feel free to, call out your team as well. But of course, I'm going to get really excited to see the green people. Hello, Essie. Oh, I'm glad that you made it too. And we still got 2 sprints to go, so this is perfect timing. Have 55 minutes left in your book. Rachel, you're going to finish it. You got this, unless you want it to last a little bit longer. Because I understand if you're like, I'm having too much fun. Rewatched the movie last month. See, I need to see where I have access to it, to be honest, because I don't know if I do have access to it. Hello, Jess. You're groggy and sore. I know. Also, I hope that the procedure ended up going well. I know that you had surgery, and you had put in your announcement in your community tab too, letting people know that you weren't sprinting. So I hope it went well. Just saw the Get a Clue announcement, and props to yes. And I fully support doing junior. Honestly, if you really want to participate, be a part of the community, but the last thing you want to do is maybe add too much to your plate in February. I'm so glad that Rainey provided the junior detective option. I'll be doing senior because I can't help it. But I'm really glad that the junior detective is there for everybody. did understand your readathon correct, that I should try to finish it. And yeah, Nicole, you know what? I'm obviously going to be going through to the end of January, but a lot of people have mentioned that they'll be carrying it into February and March, especially if you are doing multiple challenges, or maybe you wanted to do more than one. Some people are trying to do the entire Books of Paradise, and that's 20 prompts, 20 something prompts, something more than 20. It's a lot. It's a lot of prompts. And so people are carrying it over to multiple months. So you can totally do that. Hello, Christy. You are reading The Winter People. Ah, perfect. That sounds perfect for the season. Hello, Una. We'll probably be working during sprints. Might head to the library because they have great study workspaces there. Oh, yeah, very nice, especially if you really need to be focused. Overdid it a little while filming because I'm recovering from being sick. So I'm taking a break. Yeah, no, definitely do that. I know it can take a lot out of you when you're standing in front of a camera and trying to present and do everything. So if you're already not feeling well, it cannot help. I'll be team green, probably favorite color. Yes. I was like, okay, green for Earth, green, also green for alien, because a lot of times aliens are deemed green. I'm like, we are the universe. I was like, green is the ultimate color. So anyways, that's how I explain it to myself. Read during the sprint, but shall watch the announcement video. Yeah, no worries. Watch it later. And yeah, it could be nice to switch things up and try something competitive. And it'll be kind of a low-key competitive one too, which is quite nice. Hated the grown up. I know. I was like, I am. And you know what's so weird about that one? It was dedicated to George R.R. Martin, I'm pretty sure. And I was just like, what a random person to dedicate your book to. I'm obviously they're friends. They're both writers. So I understand that they would be crossing paths with each other, but I just thought that that's just the weirdest connection that you wouldn't expect. Kind of holding out on deciding if I'm joining at a clue until I know what February will look like for me. Need to know which mode will actually work. Oh yeah, definitely. Like no need to rush, to be honest, especially when you want to like figure out what's going on. And the closer we get to February, obviously, the easier it'll be to know your schedule. That makes sense. Yes, and the puzzle pieces. I love it. Join Team Green. Yay. Oh, and on top of that, even if you're not convinced to join me, I've got Meredith. Meredith Bin Chicken Books, aka the creator of Bookymon. I mean, I'm hanging out with a celebrity, so I'm very excited. And I'm pretty sure one of her host favorites is actually both of her host favorites are by Indigenous authors, but one of them is one of my favorite books as well. Let me see here. I want to double check because I know she makes it her host favorite quite a bit, and I don't know. Yeah, Braiding Sweetgrass. I love that book so much. And actually, Robin Wall Kimmerer just came out with another book. Is it called The Service Berry? I want to read that so bad. It looks really, really good. Like that's great, 12 out of 10, but it feels weird because I always play Clue as Miss Scarlet. I know. I'll admit, I used to be a Miss Scarlet. I think I then graduated to Miss Peacock for some reason, Mrs. Peacock, and now I don't really know. Oh, but now sometimes I do Professor Plum too. Maybe I'm just happy to be there, happy to be included. Just joined. Hello. 57% into the Gilded Cage. Amazing, Anouk. Very nice. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you continue to enjoy it because you're loving it. You're over halfway. The worry though is if something changes and then it's just dismay. And why am I rhyming so much? I feel like that's the second time I've rhymed. I'm definitely going to have to do junior detectives because I have exams next month. Oh gosh, yeah. And good, smart, take care of yourself. You can still be a part of the fun. It's totally fine. I respect the purple power. Gotta respect Professor Plum. Green is my favorite color, but don't have green books. I don't think the color of the cover matters. Does it? Maybe I need to pay more attention to the rules. I know that there's bonus points for reading like a murder mystery, a book by a BIPOC author, and then a book by an LGBTQ plus author. But I don't, maybe I'm a bad host. I'm a bad host. You know what? I don't remember. I actually always play as Mrs. Scarlet. You're reading The Service Berry right now. And then there's another one. It's the one about moss. Gathering moss. I want to read all of Robin Wall Kimmerer's stuff because I'm just so impressed with her. Have you seen the character designs for Clue on Switch? They're all hot. No, I haven't. That's really, really funny. Hello, Leonie. Starting Iron Flame. It is a tome, 100%. And also, I suppressed the cat. The cat shall have its voice back, but very quickly. I'm reading Fourth Wing right now. I can't tell you guys my thoughts about it, but I know that you're probably amping up for Onyx Storm next week. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. I know. It's just I was like, why am I feel like I'm flowing. Someone give me a mic. You can get 100 points for reading Primary Team Colors. Thank you, Rainy. I appreciate it. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look at my covers too to see what I have that's green. I promise, Rainy, that I'm gonna be a good host, and that this is my first and last uncertainty. If anyone here likes graphic novels, March Book 1 is a great one to read in February. Thank you so much, Simone. I appreciate that. I'm going to star it. Yeah, I'll totally look into it. Actually, speaking of, I plan on doing, so this next sprint, I'm going to probably, let me see here. I'm going to record first, so I will go off camera, and I'm actually going to be recording recommendations. I'll be doing mysteries by Black authors, and I'm excited. I'm doing like half that I've read and loved, and then half that I would like to read, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. Yeah. Awesome. Love recommendations. Hello, Anastasia. Welcome. Let me know if it's Anastasia, by the way, too. And then everyone's saying hello to each other in the comments. You're not worried. I was going to say, I was like, this is embarrassing. I've been setting up your 2025. Oh my gosh. Awesome. And it's a spreadsheet. I respect it. I think I need to do a spreadsheet. I do too many though. I have like my bullet journal and then I post on the review sites and everything. So maybe a spreadsheet will be too much for me. Valor by John Gwynn. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I've got a lot to do still. My eyes are poor. So it's slow going. Hey, we got you. You know what? Slow going is still progress. And also be kind to your eyes, like they do their best for you. Just finished with all the chapters I needed to review your textbook. Annika, yes, now you can have fun. I love it. Okay, Anastasia, thank you. I appreciate it. As soon as I also saw the C, which isn't as common from what I usually see in spellings, I was like, I think that is Stasia. And then love reading spreadsheets, making all the graphs. I know I love a good graph. I do. Okay, on that note, we are going to do another hour-long sprint. The cat will meow. Do not be startled. It's just going to announce that it's time to get down to business. And then I will see you guys when we get back. Happy sprinting. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. How did we do? I ended up filming the entire time because I got distracted and, I kept being goofy. And then I decided to look at my shelves to see how many green books I have. And I have a decent amount. Now, I know that there was a question by Anastasia about the every other 24-hour readathon. So I provided a comment for that one because I had mentioned it. It's the bi-monthly 24-hour relax and readathon hosted by Kirsten, the reading nymph. Now, she has a Discord that you can participate in it, or you can simply do it just keep an eye out for her announcement video, and she does it every other month. So she did it in December. It should be coming back in February. I know she's also participating in Get a Clue Readathon too. She's on Miss Peacock team. So if you want to get to know her there, you can do that. Also, hello, Brandy, reading a collection of stories by Kurt Vonnegut. Oh my gosh, and your brother let you borrow it. What a kind person. Not everybody lets you borrow books. Hello, Alicia, glad you could join us. Finishing up nonfiction and The Crown of Gilded Bones. Interesting. I prefer the BO. It made me say it more dramatically. Finished Cat in a Topaz Tango. We'll start the next after I update my journal. Oh, yes. Then you can take a break, just process everything that happened. Journaling is a smart thing to do in between things. And then Stacy, so jealous of all of us who are getting to actually read. I'm sorry that you're still at work, but I'm glad that you were able to do some reading during lunch. That's good. Also, Jen, hello. So you just got to the gym. We'll be trying to finish Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, a past due buddy read from November. We won't tell. We won't tell. You know what? It's not past due. You're just prolonging it. That's what's happening. Speaking of Get a Clue, I have another competitor here. Hello, Courtney. How are you? Stacy's here too. Listen to Saving Noah by Lucinda Berry today, watching a video of a creator I follow setting up her reading journal. Ooh, very nice. And then you'll probably start The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, a romance that I've heard only good things about. Joined Green Team. Yes. The one thing I would argue too is that with the senior prompts or with the senior mode, if you just want a strict number of books, like you're worried that you might get too competitive and read too much, there are only 9 rooms. So if you want to be like, hey, I'm only going to read 9 books, like at max, then senior detective might be a good way, because I personally am always worried that I'm going to read way too much in 1 month and then burn myself out. So I liked the idea of just sticking to the 9 books. If I get bonus books, I do. But I feel as though if I did junior detective, I would be like, I need to read everything. I need to make up for the fact that I'm just reading for fun. And anywho, so yeah. Hello, Tennille. Welcome to the party. Rachel finished your book. Woohoo! I know you said you only had 55 minutes, so I'm glad there were no distractions. Perfect timing. Just finished your book too. Oh, I love that. Good for you guys. Meanwhile, I literally just started my book last sprint, so I'm nowhere near doing that. Megan just got home. Welcome home. I hope that everything, all your planning that you did on Monday and everything ended up working out well. Because I know that on Sunday night, you were saying that you were doing plans for work. I've been working on syllabi, feeling less panicky now. Okay. That's right. Just get it out there. As soon as it starts to look the way you need it to, you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm fine. Off work and need to do a curbside pickup shortly, then hoping to read a bunch this evening. Very nice. And then rest. That's important too. Yeah. Like scheduling in rest for yourself. Lexi read 1 chapter, commuted home, reading is slow today. That's how I feel. I had started a book earlier today, but I really didn't get very far. And then starting this one was the only other reading stuff I did today. Not that I just, it's because it's my day off. I expect myself to read way more, but I just haven't had time. Been decorating your journal, mildly productive. Yeah, you know what? And that's okay. You can be mild. Don't have to be spicy productive. Finished the stripe you were knitting. Very nice, Anne. Now have less than an hour left in Dungeon Crawler Carl. Very nice. Help the kiddos with homework. Very nice. Read more of today's pages. Trying to finish The Crown of Gilded Bones and your nonfiction book. Yeah, very nice. Ooh. Oh my gosh, you're trying to finish that? Or actually, oh my gosh. Yeah, you've got like 244 pages. Math. That's, wow. I mean, you can do it. You can do it. 3% read in Pretty Girls while you walked on the treadmill. That's so nice. I'm so glad that we're hanging out with you while you're at the gym. That's so fun. Now on page 58 of Ordinary People. Then you did some chores. What are you thinking about Starter Villain, Tennille? Are you liking it? I know that you're reading a handful of other books at the moment, but I also know that you only had access to Starter Villain physically. So do you agree that it's a pretty easy read physically? Because I felt it was, and I didn't feel like I needed the audio, even though I hear the audio is great. 74% into the Inheritance Game, which is crazy because I just looked up and there are 74 people here. So it's very funny. I was like, why are there 274s on the screen? Decided to DNF Dark Places. So spent my sprint reading spoilers, but did manage to read a few pages of Voice Like a Hyacinth by Mallory Pearson. Honestly, don't look back. There's always a case where, I mean, since you already looked at spoilers, I guess you might not want to be interested in, continuing the read, but there's no harm done just putting it down and reading something else. So I support that. Hello, Taylor, The Naturals, and The Sun is Also a Star. Very nice. I love that you're double dipping, reading two different books. Kelly made it to 31% of Stiff by Mary Roach. Why do I feel like I know that author? Yeah, I feel like I know this author, but I don't know which book I recognize them from. Because Stiff, I don't recognize that one. Packing for Mars. So for those of you who don't know, I work at the library, and I was doing some shelf reading, checking out the nonfiction section, and that one caught my eye, and I almost was going to borrow it, but I ended up borrowing two other nonfictions. Will I read them? I hope I will. I'm so terrible where nonfiction always catches my eye, but because it's such a slow read for me, I'm always hesitant to pick it up, and then I don't know what I'm doing. 77% didn't read much, trying to find a 400 page. I'm sorry, you're trying to find a 400 plus page book for TBRathon. You can always do middle grade. Audiobook is totally fine. Even like a graphic novel, a manga, could be YA. Updated your reading journal, watched a booktube video, then read a little bit. Very nice. Joined Mrs. Peacock's team. Okay, Tennille, I respect it. Don't know if I will start book 2, Shadow Black, or fanfic for tonight. Ooh, I know that you're in a weird position where you're like, what would I move on to? So yeah, I wish you luck. Joined Team Green. Yes. I do think it's really funny that, I mean, Mrs. Scarlet is like this too, but, and I guess technically Professor Plum is, but I love that our color is our team, is the name, like his last name. It just makes it very easy. Scrapped everything I did, came up with something better for my one class. Oh my, no. Okay. Well, at least if you know that you came up with something better and you're happier with the result, then it was worth it to do it again. Started snowing. It's not snowing here. So decided to move to the bed to read and got more reading done in bed than in the chair. Very nice. Oh, then you got nice and cozy in your bed. Yeah, that might be what I'm going to be doing later tonight. Yes, have the audiobook at 2 times speed. Okay, then yeah, you got this. January has been a chunky read month for me. 3 books over 700 pages, although one is not quite done yet. Okay. Oh my gosh. I had the goal this year of reading more chunky books. I know we're only 2 weeks in the year, so just because I haven't really made any progress, it's fine. But I have to keep reminding myself to, in addition to nonfiction, which takes me longer, obviously chunky books take me longer. And because I want to read less this year, like, just like to appreciate the books I'm reading, like it's not a race for me. I need to stop getting intimidated by that. That's one thing I need to do. Oh, thanks for letting us know that. I appreciate it. We'll be going on for another hour. So if you guys hang out with me, we can then go over to Vanessa's afterward. I got to double check if Kelsey's sprinting because I usually do send over to her as well. Reading Dark Prophecy. Awesome, Eagle. Also good to see you. Having focus issues for medical reasons, but I'm finding I'm able to read Starter Villain still in small chunks. So it's I think that's the one thing. And Starter Villain is very fun. I really enjoyed that book, but it's such an easy, quick, kind of palate cleanser because you can read it for a little bit and then go do something else. Trying to wrap up with work tasks, started some laundry. Good reminder. Has everyone checked their laundry? Check your oven. Or is your food in the oven? Maybe just go check it out. First DNF of the year. No, Yannicka, I'm so sorry. I put a hold on Priory of the Orange Tree. And when I came to pick it up at the library, I was shocked. This is way too daunting for me. I can't even comfortably hold it. Oh, yeah, no, it's a huge, speaking of chonky books, that one is massive. And I probably will never read it. I mean, eventually when I get into more chunky stuff, maybe, but that's a really, really big book, especially if you're surprised by it. Oh, thank you, Christina. Okay, that's good because I will do the redirect to that one because I know I don't know if Kelsey had it scheduled when I first was scheduling these, so I'm actually going to do that in the next sprint too, very quickly. Heading to the library, hoping to read tonight. Sounds good, Una. Enjoy the library. Say hello to the books for us. Oh my gosh, it's the library is a lovely place. Speaking of, I had this from the library. So it's what's crazy? It is an adult fiction book, but in our system it says YA. So I do think I need to edit that because every time I see that, I'm like, that doesn't seem right. But it's a different library in our system. So I don't really know why they think it's YA. It probably doesn't really matter that much, but I'll probably have to let them know about it. Going to be cooking dinner in the next sprint. So need to pick a new audiobook. Oh, yeah. It's always nice when you're like, I need to think of an audiobook to listen to while I'm doing things. Do I have an audiobook right now? No. I do have the audiobook for this one, but I just been physically reading it. So maybe I could do some immersion reading. I wonder if you'd like The Bone Shard Daughter. You might want to ask Danny. You know what? I have been, Danny's mentioned The Bone Shard Daughter to me as well. It's fantasy, but with horror elements and a cute animal companion. You know I'm a sucker for that. We'll be referencing Kelsey's sprints tonight too, since I'm reading the book club. Oh, perfect. That's the thing is we're all sprinting, but we're all kind of doing it together anyway. And yes, thank you for this reminder. I appreciate it. Check the laundry. Hydrate. Get some water. I'm having a little bit of orange juice right now to kind of like perk me up. So that's currently my main focus. But I don't know. On that note, I must have sped through the comments. So I think I'm going to play a little bit of catch up because we really should have been sprinting before, but I got a little bit too chatty. So I'm gonna end this early. Why not? Oh no. Well, okay, hold on. I'm not ending the stream early, but I think that we might as well go in, have an hour sprint, and then we'll probably have about 12 minutes to chat before I send you guys over to Kelsey's. So yeah, I'll see you guys in an hour. I'll put up the last sprint banner so you guys don't forget. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. And if you have to leave, going to bed, going to have dinner or another meal, don't worry about it. We'll see you next time. Okay. Bye, friends. Hello, everyone. Welcome back from that final sprint on this channel. In about maybe 10 minutes, we'll head over to Kelsey's. Let me know how you did. What did you get up to? What did you eat? If you ended up eating. Also, we ended up having friends join us. Hello, Michael. Just finished the Clue announcement. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be really fun. I distinctly remember Get a Clue last time. Some of my best books of the year I read during that. So do I have some high hopes? Maybe they're too high expectations. Yes, but I'm stoked as well. And then hello, Cherie. Just got home. Not sure what I'm going to read yet. So here for the chatty parts. Sounds good. No worries. You can always kind of like settle in. It's tough when you get home from work because I feel like you got to settle down before you can just get right to reading. Also, as quite a few of us are, coming home from work after a long Tuesday, Brooklyn is starting off her Wednesday. Hello, Brooklyn. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a good day. And also, I hope that you're having some good reading. Hello, Natalie. I was chatting with you back and forth in the comments for a little bit, but yes, I am really enjoying it. So that's a great segue. I am officially, where am I? I think I've read 3 chapters so far. I'm on page 58 and I am loving it. I'm actually loving it so much. I knew I would. I knew I'd really like it. It's written in kind of like almost memoir format. So we are getting the perspective from Lady Trent in her later years. I think she's kind of retired. She's like well known, well esteemed in her field of, researching dragons, of being a dragon naturalist at this point. And so now she's writing her memoirs, and we start off with the first chapter is her as a child and her first gaining like interest in a dragon. The second chapter was her first one-on-one encounter with a dragon. So we're slowly working our way into adulthood. And yeah, I'm finding it really nice. I am always hit or miss when it comes to first person perspective, but the fact that this is past tense and that she's reflecting and a little bit, I would say objective, like she's kind of looking at it as an analytical brain, it's working for me. I'm really, really loving it. So we're very excited, obviously. And then let's see here. Ace watched Danny's new video. Finally got around to reading. Oh my gosh, I know. What is her newest video actually? Because I was midway through watching her 25 and 2025, and then I haven't actually seen what her newest one is. Oh yeah, that's right. BookTube discussions. That's going to be really interesting. I think it'll be very relatable for all of our thoughts about BookTube. Yeah, very exciting. Just 50 pages left in the Inheritance Games. Linz, you are flying through that book. And yeah, thanks for being here, Christina. I really appreciate you. I'm sure you're going over to Vanessa's sprints, because Vanessa is sprinting right now as well. 38% into Malice House. Very nice. 32 pages in. Gonna finish the chapter, then take a break for dinner, relaxing before Maddie sprints tonight. Sounds great. I know also, speaking of this bookish cottage, Maddie, she tends to sprint on Tuesday nights too. I'm glad that you brought that up, Stacey. She's also very sweet. Much closer to the end of my workday. Yay! Also got in your workout over lunch. Oh, perfect. I love when you can do that because, lunch, hopefully you're also nourishing your body at some point. But I used to have like hour-long lunches back when I had kind of like a 9 to 5 and I wasn't working remotely. And I would go for runs on it doesn't matter. Anyway, I was crazy. I would never do it now, but I used to like bring exercise clothes, go for a run, come back, freshen up, and then continue working. But yeah, anyways, that is a little side anecdote about past Leandra. I finished my Dungeon Crawler Carl palette cleanser. Listen during that last sprint and have Wind and Truth queued up. 63 hours, and oh my gosh. And the number of hours you've spent leading up to this moment is crazy because you've been obviously reading the entire series quite recently too. You were reading Way of Kings not long ago. Got me and the kiddos dinner. Very nice. Ooh, mesquite chicken, potatoes, and green beans. That sounds delicious. Made it to 318 of 554 in Crown of Gilded Bones. There's a character in this book nicknamed Doghouse, which is hilarious considering you're reading it for paws and bookshelves. That's so cute. I love that. And then need to get back to that series. I have all of them, but have read only A Natural History. No, I'm loving this. And speaking of Danny, she not long ago read the final book, I think, in the series. And she's loved them all. So I'm really, really pumped about it. I did a soft DNF on it. Oh no. Was it on this one? A soft DNF? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm loving it. But it also might not be a book for everybody, so I totally get it. So far this month, I have finished 5 books, 4 for TBRathon. Very nice. I love that. Indeed, you have to add read to your name. Craft, design, edit, sleep, read, repeat. I'm just saying. Lady Trent's narrative voice is really excellent. Yeah, and there's like so many moments of humor that are thrown in that I'm finding very, very fun. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the narrative voice. 100% Alicia. I would compare this to Emily Wilde, especially because both of them aren't the most like socially they struggle with social etiquette expectations within the time that they're living and within the society. Mainly for Lady Trent, it's because her being a woman, she's expected to not be interested in, knowledge and education and dragons and adventure. But with Emily Wilde, she simply is just so obsessed with her work and she's so blunt and terrible with people. But both of them have such a drive for what they're intrigued by. And I think that's why these 2 books are definitely deemed light academia, because there is an obsession that we expect in dark academia. But with this one, it's like healthy and it's a bit more fun. It's lighter. So yeah, very much so. And I don't know did I mention this? This book has illustrations of the dragons, which is so fun. And I think she's the one who's like supposedly the illustrator of them. Like she draws them. Anyway, it definitely very much reminiscent of Emily Wilde. A little bit of A Curious Beginning, I would say too. Maybe not, a little bit more subtle, not as like strong of a presence as that main character, Veronica Speedwell. Yeah, of course, Lisa. Thanks for being here. Going to go get dinner. Sounds good. Enjoy your dinner. I'm glad you got a lot of work done. Looking forward to reading A Natural History of Dragons. Have a couple others to finish. First, it's great to hear that you're liking it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, can you guys tell that I'm getting to my capacity today? But yeah, and we're exchanging books anyway because I need to read Chantaport as well. Thanks for keeping me company today while you worked. Of course, my friend. 88%, great. Tend to be a series binger. I'm not, as you know. I just read the second book in the Alex Carter series, and I've been reading that a book a month. But I'm telling myself, Leandra, what are you doing? Slow down. Like, because I'm thinking about picking up book 3, but I'm like, no, don't do it so soon because it feels so weird to me. Definitely adding the book to my list. Yeah, it is a series. I don't know how many books are in the series, to be honest. Yes, exactly. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Elizabeth Peters, Amelia Peabody books. That has been on my list actually to read. So I'm so glad you brought that up, Jen. Probably because I got out of the mood for it, and totally understandable. There are times that like there are books that I've soft DNF too that I'm like, I clearly should like this. I'll get back to it when I'm ready. Definitely need to get to A Natural History of Dragons. Oh, and the whole series for years. I'm telling you, like this has been a book that I've been thinking about reading for an entire year. I've bought it from the library multiple times, and now that I'm reading it, I'm just like, it's really lovely. It's super fun, and also very nicely in depth about the descriptions of the dinosaurs, of the dragons. Oh my gosh. I also love dinosaurs. Can you tell? So I'm really appreciating the different comparisons, and she's so inquisitive that she's asking the questions that we would want to know too. I shouldn't. I know. You already have so many things in your name. Do start with the first book, Crocodile on the Sandbank. Jen, I don't know if you know, but Caroline and She Done It, she just recently read that book for her century of whodunits for 1925. Because I think that one came out in, was it 75 or 85, something like that? And she enjoyed it. Finished Giovanni's Room. So I'm just processing and reading around about Yeah. Oh, and you're reading around about it? That's cool. I like that. Doing a little bit of like background research after you finish the book. We'll add that book to my TBR. Genuinely, Alicia, I think it's a good comparison to Emily Wilde. And it's actually reminding me of how much I love Emily Wilde, and I'm looking forward to book 3. So this is, it's weirdly a fun kind of nod in reminding me of that. Yeah, of course, Alicia. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys have a beautiful day as well. Okay, 4 books in the series. I appreciate it, Ash, because I was like, I don't know. I always want to say 5, 3 or 5. I feel like those seem to be the most expected for a series. But all right, so I will be sending you guys over to Kelsey. So if you need more sprints, hang tight, buckle yourselves in. As soon as this ends up ending, it should send you right over to her stream. And she and Brittany are reading for their book club. You don't have to read their book, but they'll be focused, which will allow you to remain focused. And they're a great time. So I highly recommend you just stick around and go hang out with Kelsey. But if not, I hope you guys have a lovely night or a lovely rest of your day if it's Wednesday for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week or some other time. Okay, have a good one. Bye.